Greetings, salutations, and welcome back to another one of Batdownski's Out of the Park 24 Perfect Teams. I am Batdownski, back from visiting family, and I'm ready to open some packs. First of all, let's take a look at what we're doing here with the roster on my perfect team, and then we can open some packs together to see if we can snag some of these maybe limited edition ones that are coming out. There was one specifically for the weekend, and let's see the roster that we're putting together here. Like, Ewan Blackwell has generally been my best pitcher by a lot. Bryn Smith, that's an ugly start to the season. But again, he's been generally reliable. Look at those innings. 220, 240. That's some innings pitched. Masahiro Tanaka. I'm not a big fan of Yankees and having Yankees on my team, but he is a beaut. He was a beaut when he played for the Yankees, and he's a beaut on my team right now. Again, slow start for my pitching so far in this Silver League. I've been using Dana Fillingham as well. And again, lots of innings. I think maybe my settings are set a little weird because they're pitching an awful lot compared to what kind of the meta is in the modern era. Again, Bob Lemon has some stuff, has some movement. I've been enjoying Bob Lemon in the rotation. He pitches less innings than the others, but he has been pretty all right nonetheless. Maybe those strikeout numbers don't appear to be what they could be, but that could also be that I'm using an 81 and I got stuck in Silver League. Some of the other guys, I got Chuck Finley playing around here. Like, this is the weakness here, is that I've got three kind of mid gold relievers, and then I'm using like the Rocket and Chuck Finley and some of these 90s kind of starting pitchers, using them in the bullpen. Saying this is like another starting pitcher. Not a bad one actually for a bronze league, but like, yeah, I'm using lots of starting pitchers in my bullpen. And then a couple live cards that I'm not super enthused. Like, I'm all right with Aaron Bummer. Like, good movement, keeps the ball down, ground ball, keep it in play, all that. Very okay with that. I would like to replace Tyler McGill. It's just what I would like to do. Movement is all over the place. I haven't been able to catch the start of the season to change out my ballpark either, which is a bit of an interesting thing. I've unlocked a bunch more. You unlock them as you go around. So let's take a look at the ballpark. Yeah, see, you can now that I've done what I've done and I'm up into silver level, like I can use all sorts of. I can use the Rogers Center. I can use some of these Korean baseball fields. I was thinking of using some of these Korean baseball fields because, like, think Rogers Center. Okay. Moderate hitter, neutral. Like, I like the factors here. Let's get some dingers up in this, but grass instead of artificial turf. I think that sounds cool. I'd play where the Samsung Lions play, although the numbers, given that we don't have to worry about financials, I think I'm okay with it. So maybe if I catch the beginning of the year, I'll switch that out. Let's take a look at the lineup, and then we'll move forward. Again, like, I just kind of have my best cards here. Like, I don't know what role Cooper's playing. He's been good. Like, he's been good. I don't know what role he's playing on this team. And like, Andrew Vaughn is okay. Maybe I should be playing Cooper instead of Andrew Vaughn. I don't know. First base looks soft for me for sure. I think Charlie Gehringer, the mechanical man, that's a nice get at second base. I like the cut of his jib. Lots of eye, lots of gap, power, contact, like really, really solid second baseman. The only downside is ground ball hitter. Not a big fan of ground ball hitter pull because they get eaten up by the shift quite a bit. I don't know if this reflects the current rules regarding the shift, but it is something that limits their offensive upside, I find. At least when I am playing solo. Mike Moustakas, like, I could use an upgrade at third base. I don't have that right now. I'm using John Knight currently at shortstop, probably better suited as a second baseman, but I just don't have any shortstops. Same thing with the outfield. Like, Starling Marte has not been amazing for me, but he's kind of a custom fit leadoff hitter. I'm running with it right now. Oh, that's not ideal. Having a why have a backup catcher if you're literally never going to use him? Weird. Okay. So we found an issue there and have since corrected it. guess a backup shortstop couldn't hurt. I don't love this for a backup shortstop. This is really a pure second baseman. I think he's great for a silver card second baseman. But it looks a little overmatched, at least in our current, where we're at. I don't love using Jorge Soler either. Like, he can't play the field. He just does one thing. He did that thing pretty good last season for me. But this is like, everybody is up for upgrades. I don't mind my catcher. Like, Ted Simmons punches above that. 60 overall, I think. Punches significantly above that, but like, again, serious splits. Oh, this is a build the lineup card, by the way. I've got a few of those. Maybe I can show them off. I've got a... I didn't open them. I don't open packs without you. But I definitely have done a little bit of marketing going through the market. So I got Lance Berkman, really heavy splits there. I don't think he's an upgrade on what I have. I'm waiting for the silver one to come out. But we start looking at these guys like Cooper and Vaughn, and they both look better than Berkman to me. He could learn outfield, but again, like it's not a thing that I want to see. Who else did I get? No, that's not a... this is one. Mickey Lolich. And some significant splits here. I think he could be useful on my current team just because of how bad my guys are. But I'm like, the guys that I want to get rid of are like Tyler McGill, and I don't have enough righties. I've got a lot of lefties in the pen. So we start looking, and it's like, who's he going to take out? Roger Clemens, Clay Kirby, Tyler McGill. Like, I don't really love any of that. Like, I think Chuck Finley's clearly better at this point. I think Aaron Bummer is clearly better. And then I'm not taking out Clevenger. I'm not taking out Alvarado. Like, I have a lot of lefties already in the pen, so that's where Lolich is kind of getting stuck a little bit there. But those are kind of the two or three that I've got. I've been looking at other catchers, like maybe Steve O'Neill provides an upgrade. I don't know. Ernie Witt, a little bit better defensively. I don't think he hits as well. I do love Ernie Witt, though. Manager of Canada. Got some other Jays, like I got a Jimmy Key. I was pretty stoked to find this, or to get this, just because it's these Topps cards are very cool. They are very cool looking. But with that being said, let's open some packs. I'm going to start with the choice pack. Why not? I've got a choice pack. Oh, it's a silver. I was excited there for a second. Okay. I think that might be it. David Freese, better than my current third baseman by a lot. I think that's it. That's the play. Glendon Roosh. Randy Tomlin. See, like, these are worth more on the market. Should I care with the last 10? Because, like, we're early, right? Like, look at this. 37, 18, 50. I think he's way better than what I've got at first base and DH right now. See, he's okay, too. Cactus Keck. What a handle. What a handle. That's all right. I think I'm between Bell, Freese. Josh Bell looks good. An 88i. Oh, I'm gonna take Bell. I'm gonna put him right into. I got 7 minutes to make this change. Who did I have as DH? Jorge Soler. Oh, he's playing good right now though. I think the answer is get rid of Andrew Vaughn, right? Like that makes the most sense to me, right? Fly ball pull, ground ball, but he's playing better. I'm gonna do it. Andrew Vaughn's gone. Heh. It works even better when it rhymes. I think this is gonna play better for right now, and I like tournament edition cards. They're cool. I think the design of these is very cool. This looks like a baseball card I have. If it had a picture of the guy here, it would be a baseball card that I own. Like, all right, we've got that in. Now we can play. Now we can open some packs. Let's do this. Let's go. I don't have everything, so I'm actually looking at the cards right now. This isn't like late season in 23 where I was just like, bleh, it's all trash. Get rid of it all. See, like, this is fine. I don't think not a single double here. This is how few packs I've opened. That's why I haven't put another video out. Okay. Would really like some historical cards. The history cards are kind of my jam. Because then I get to learn about things like Old Hoss Radburn and Steel Arm Davis. Yeah, that's alright. A Jimmy Rollins. I was probably the same thing as the Build a Legend from last year. Then we got a reliever, a right-handed reliever. Might be an upgrade on my guys. I always like Tanner Scott in single player. Because he's usually gettable, and then he's got stuff and movement. Helps out. Okay, that's alright. Get the Ted Simmons bronze. Let's complete that. We can upgrade that card. And this seems really... oh, I can't do it yet. That seems really good for a left fielder for the Iron League. 56 contact, 75 power, cromulent defense, and eye. He's probably got like terrible avoid K or bad BABIP, but we'll take a look at Richie Zisk when we get to it. Rios, that could be fun in bronze too. Like that, sorry, iron. That could dominate in iron. Bleday, former top prospect, now gone to Oakland to. Oof, the Oaklands. See, the thing is, if you like bad teams, like if you like to rebuild, this guy was really good last year, Sid Fernandez. Oh, Lolich bronze. I think this is a cool relief card, especially on a budget bronze team, because you're getting like the minimum, and he's got stuff. He's got some movement. I don't care as much about control on my relievers. Sometimes that leads to bad things, but like if I have to sacrifice one in a reliever, it's control, because I need them to have swing and miss stuff. I need them to keep the ball down. There we go. That's all right. That's not better than what I've got, but maybe he's better defensively than the guy I'm running as my backup shortstop. Tom Murphy could be an upgraded catcher potentially, and that could be a fun reliever. Benji Gill. I draft him all the time a perfect team because he plays a middle infield decent defense, and he's not the worst hitter in the world, so that's not a bad pull. Tavares, Crow, Pilkington, Rainey, Josiah Gray. I've seen really good players in single player get traded for him. Trade AI still working itself out of this. Love Joey Votto. Alfredo Griffin. I don't remember him playing for the A's, but I do remember the player. Classic Jays guy. I can't even get mad when I get all these just kind of filler. Can't get mad because I don't already have them. I don't already have them, and it gets me closer to completing some of these live missions. Oh, that's nice. That could be fun. We'll have to take a look at that as well. Maybe I do already have... Oh, there we go. So yeah, it does still do the duplicate. Not duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Very good. Excellent. I'm pretty sure this dude plays out of the park. Like, I think I've seen him on some other YouTube channels. Maybe Foolish Bailey? I think he's been interviewed by Foolish Bailey or somebody else. And he plays out of the park. So does Giolito. And I think Brett Phillips. Oh, that could be fun. Especially at a bronze, like if he plays. Yeah. Good defense. That's all you really need at shortstop. This guy absolutely owns in single player right now. as I was saying about the A's before I got distracted and ADD'd out of here, the A's, when the game launched, the A's were like the best rebuild because they had really good defenders that were young and under team control for like 5 years at shortstop, center field, and they had a good offensively slanted catcher who wasn't terrible defensively. So getting like those 3 pieces at shortstop, center field, and catcher, really key. And then they waived Christian Pache, and yeah, so much for that. Also, I would recommend backing up. I'm finding that the single player is a little buggy compared to normal at this time. Like as soon as that patch came out, my single player game stopped working. It just completely deleted the major leagues. So I was out there. I would like this guy on my iron teams. That seems good. That seems really good. Good defender, good eye. That's probably good. Ted Simmons as well. That gets me some more Ted Simmons cards. I am not sad. It seems like a fun reliever, maybe. See, I'm the opposite for control. I care about control a lot in a starting pitcher because it runs their pitch count up. If they have low control, you know, it makes them susceptible to getting knocked out early. But in a relief pitcher, give me guys with swing and miss stuff. Give me guys that keep the ball down. That seems really good for a 69. Gonna have to take a look at that a little closer later. This has been quite a fall. Like Herman Marquez, it's been like a Jose Barrios level tank for that guy. Like Barrios, I hope he comes back because he was a really good pitcher, really fun to watch. Ooh, that's a Reggie Smith bronze. Not going to go to waste. Joey Gallo. I like Joey Gallo. I like him more knowing that the Yankees fans don't like him. Oh, here we go. Yay, a right-handed reliever. Well. That's not bad. 106 defense at shortstop. I can get behind that. I might actually use this. Just give up on any offensive contributions from shortstop and run with a glove guy. Okay. Don't hate that. Not the style of pitcher I like. Like a movement, I think, is important, but especially if I'm going to try to upgrade to a, or air quote, upgrade to a hitter-friendly park. This guy won't be good there, but he could be good right now. Here we go. See, I've heard with stamina, it doesn't really matter as long as it's above 35. I think that's generally solo player. I don't know how this guy would pitch as a starter. I think I'd use him as a reliever because of the stamina. But, yeah, probably not going to use this overly much. The man of many positions. Or, sorry, that's not him. I'm thinking Kyle Farmer. Huh. Another leadoff type. Another real Starling Marte kind of guy. Oh, a Chipper Jones bronze. Not sad. I think Framber Valdez is really good. I know, I'm going out there doing some hot takes. Good pitchers are good, you guys. I think I can do that. Yeah, that works for me. A Nick Swisher. A Dwight Gooden. I hope that's a good one. A Gooden. I'm so sorry. I'm not really, but like, I'll try to keep that puntery to the bad puntery to a minimum. Second baseman. I'm not going to use that. 35 contact seems really bad to me, but like the others, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how it plays. You can tell I'm into the history packs, which I'm good with. Let's go. This guy's okay. This guy was Sean S. was really good last year in the Iron League. Really good, Sean S. We'll see if he can keep it up this year. I already have one of those. Ferris Fane. Not bad. I like my first baseman out a little bit more pop. You got to find it, like, if you don't have a guy with power at first base, you got to find that somewhere else, whether that's catcher or center fielder, like shortstop. I don't know. It's a thing. Derek Lee. Okay. Not the worst. Let's go. A better outfielder than a third baseman, hey? Interesting. Interesting. I'm noticing more position tomfoolery this year, which is, it's all right. It keeps you on your toes. This could be a fun center fielder. I know he's good at stealing. So, like, you just drop this guy as your number 9 just to catch everything that goes into the outfield. I think that could be a valuable Iron League strategy. I got to think of who I'm using there right now. Okay, not a terrible reliever? Question mark. Role in office. Justin Smoke. It was not long ago that Justin Smoke was the best hitter on the Blue Jays. Let's go. Turns out I should have opened these packs before I did the choice pack, because then I could have snaked a different guy than the first baseman that I'm no longer going to use, because Mo Vaughn is excellent. I remember this guy. He was like the best player on the Red Sox in the 90s. It was like Roger Clemens and Mo Vaughn. That's what drove that team. You know, back when they were still cursed. Okay, that could be interesting. You can't really go by the overall, especially at the low levels, because where the stats are, it's so important. Mark DeRosa, excellent. Hey, Ben Zobrist bronze, another Mark. Oof. All right, let's open our last pack. All right, a cromulent corner outfielder. I just watched him play pretty good versus the Jays. So that's a thing. Okay, maybe he's good. I have to take a look at it a little closer. And Marwin Gonzalez. Wow. Lots of packs. I think I want to take a closer look at some of these guys that we got, especially like history guys. Yeah. So I'm just gonna sort through these a little bit right now while you are a captive audience, and we'll see what we can do about it. I used to like to get Joe Perez in last year's game. Reese McGuire. He's an interesting guy. Yaisuke Kikuchi. Looks like the redemption arc lasted one game, as he struggled last night, or the night before. Still won, though, which is shocking and awesome. But, yeah. Throwing meatballs to Mike Trout is not going to let you go deep into a game. It's just, you know, I'm just out here dropping controversial hot takes and truth bombs. You should not throw it down the middle to Mike Trout. You should not throw it down the middle to Shohei Ohtani. It's not going to go well for you. You know? But there we are. Preaching to the choir. If you're sitting here playing out of the park baseball and playing perfect team, then you know You don't like to just pump it down the pipe to the elite hitters in baseball. Gonna have a bad time. Indeed. But yeah. Tarek Skubal. Okay. We're getting into a point where I think I'm gonna stop sorting and start looking. Oh, that's a classic player. I remember him closing out games for the Blue Jays. He's having a good year. Luis Garcia might be at a solid buy low. Looks like he might be one of the better players on that team this year. Kevin Biggio. You never go full buck. I almost went full buck Martinez. 5. Oh, for 5. Okay. We're almost through it. And then we can take a look at all these history cards. Because, like, I don't know. I find the certainty of the history cards makes them a little bit more appealing to show off. Because then it doesn't make this a super dated video in a week when they do a big changeover, you know? You're not going, oh, that's not the same stats that I see. All right, let's go. First up. See you later, Garrett Cooper. Sorry, buddy. That's where we're going. And I think... I'm going to leave things the way they are for now. Outfield, we've got Starling Marte, Jeff McNeil, Alec Thomas. I think Alec Thomas we're probably going to pull out and throw in Nick Swisher. I think this is where we lose Jorge Soler. Even if he's played good, he's not going to play as good as some of the guys we just got. Oh, that's solid. Can even play center field. I think I'm going to do it. Harrison Bader's so good defensively, but like, I think that he's going to shift around and I can drop in Nyler Morgan in there. Take on some of that. Moncada. What do we think? Moncada better than Moustakas? I don't know. Certainly don't. Like, good hitter. Certainly don't love the defense. Especially like when you don't have power and you don't have eye. You have to get on base so much with the singles and whatnot to actually make it count, you know? Oh yeah. Okay. There we go. Let's take our friend Tony Lazzari out of here. I don't think he's gonna play anymore. Especially like John Knight plays a bunch of different positions. We're gonna go with that. We're gonna drop the. Okay. Mo Vaughn at first. I think he's better defense. Maybe not. Huh. First base defense. I can't believe I'm actually going through the motions on first base defense. Okay, so Mo Vaughn is better at defending. I think we're still going to use Josh Bell as a DH, though. Right? Like DH Josh Bell. I think Jeff McNeil, third base. That improves our third base. Now, see, now we're doing this. Now we're cooking with gas. I don't love the defense at third from Jeff McNeil. Like, that's pretty soft, but I mean, it lets us get everybody into the lineup, right? Art Fletcher. We got our shortstop in there. Nyler Morgan, we're going to put in center field. We got Starling Marte in right field. I think we could probably convert him to left field, right? Like, we don't want him at center with only 63 outfield range, but like, Ward's pretty all right. Not amazing defensively, but what are we doing? I think Nick Swisher's the call. So let's throw Nick Swisher in. Left field even. All right. So what does this look like? We probably don't want. Oh, we lost. First round. Go figure. I don't think he's a very good hitter. We'll move him down. We'll do this. Switch hitters back to back. Little sketchy. Love that elite eye though. 3 lefties in a row. Yuck. Can't run, can't run. And we want to make sure that we're getting this guy, his plate appearances. I wonder if that helps. Oh yeah. I like that helps a bit. Three lefties and 3 switch. Don't love that balance, but here we are. All right. And we can trade out Tyler McGill. See you later, buddy. We're going to bring in Ian Phillips. And I'm going to pause on the starting pitching for the moment. Let's see what our bench coach says for the bullpen. Phillips is closer, hey? Woof. This is not my prototypical, this is not my prototypical guy for how that would go. I think this is probably what we're going to do. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Do we have anybody else? Like, we could bring in some of these guys for relief pitching. Like, he'd probably be all right. Instead of Clay Kirby, Paul Dean. We'll just leave it as it is for now. I think that's the play. Let's take a look at some of these guys, though. Like, look at this. That's great for Bronze. 4 pitches, couple of them plus. Good stuff. Generally keeps the ball down. Passable control. Solid starter. Who else we got? Derek Lee. Lots of eye. A little bit of power. Not bad. Not bad. The avoid Ks is probably a problem at higher levels. Justin Smoke. Similar but lesser build, which makes sense. He's a 69. That's a 74. Mark DeRosa, certainly versatile. Don't mind that either, especially for a bench bat. If you're doing perfect team, you can do worse for a bench bat. Wilson Bedamy. I'm never going to use this card. Hutchinson. I'm never going to use this card either. Gonna deactivate those. Beckert. That seems all right for 65, especially if you're on a cap or something. I don't know. There's probably better cards, but that's okay. This, I would use this at shortstop. The hitting doesn't do it for me, but like that certainly. I don't know. I don't think I've got a better defender at shortstop in that tier. Huck Betts. It's all right. Benji Gill. So here's what I'm talking about. This is another solid bronze. I think he hits a little bit better. I'd probably use this over Espinoza, honestly. The infield error is not ideal, but like similar range. Good bats here. Slightly worse defender for slightly better hitter. More passable hitter. Jimmy Rollins. Solid bat, though, for that tier. Kevin Gregg. Extreme fly ball. Yeah. I remember Kevin Gregg. Camille. This, I feel like you could convert this guy to a reliever with some success. Could be a cromulent starter too, honestly. I just 3-pitch mix works better relief in my humble opinion. Again, good reliever. Extreme fly ball's worrisome a little bit. Control, but what are you gonna do? We're into that tier of player. That seems all right. Deactivate those. Marwin is perfectly all right. Eric Show, sidearm, heavy splits. Could be fine. I would use him as a grounder, as a relief pitcher for sure. Although he has 4, I think he may be a good start, but the control is worrisome, right? Like, I think better served as a reliever. Rios, yeah, nothing special. That power would translate well to the Iron League, but, like, doesn't do it for me. Especially at a DH, first base, yeah. So we talked about him. Cromulent, solid, pretty all right. I think this guy could be okay, especially in a cap tournament. Reasonable chance of being an effective player. Yeah, this is all right too. For the league it's in. Solid catcher for Iron League, especially in Iron Cap, because I think your average is 50. It's anything above that, so you're spending 1 of your points to get a fun nickname, Dad. That's heartwarming. The splits, the dreaded splits. Ah, well. This is exceptional. I will definitely use this. For sure. Iron League, 46, and an Iron Cap. I'm saving 4 points, or whatever it is. Stealing, defense, bat ninth. Yeah, that's a prize if my card pulls. All right. Oh, that's cool. The Beltran mission. Oof. And you know what? I think that's it. I think that is it. I think that's where we're at. And thank you for watching me think in real time. Probably extended this video by 20 minutes as I fiddled around with things. But what have you had any luck pulling cards? Have you had any real good things that have come your way? You're looking, you pull the Movong. Look at that. This guy's going to annihilate the ball. Maybe not. We'll see. He can't be worse than what I was running before. Like, I've upgraded at first base here, and I've upgraded third base by upgrading at first base. So I think I've upgraded the outfield. Looking forward to seeing how she plays. But yeah, as always, do the YouTube things if you feel like it. If you don't, then that's fine too. I'm chill. I'm good. And we'll hopefully be back in a week, maybe 2, with some more content as we continue to do No Money Spent in 2024. Maybe I'll produce some solo stuff and we can do a little bit of a look at some of the new features, but that is time pending. That being said, thanks for joining me, and Batdownski out.